Can't believe it, hit the big 50,000 subscribers on YouTube. Definitely something I never thought I'd get to when I started making these videos. Thought we'd come out the bush this afternoon and put together a little video, chuck up a highlight reel of some of the places we've been and things I've done over the last few years making these videos, and share a little bit of my story. And Demi's got some questions to ask me. What's today? It's a Saturday and we're going for a one-night camping trip in our local area. We have myself and Malachi in my car. We've just arrived at Inskip Point, Fraser Island. About 10k's out of Lithgow, and we stopped at this zigzag railroad. I've nearly zoned out, like, not zoned out, but before I was thinking when's this over, and now I'm just doing it, and like, just feels like whatever, just used to it already. Feels like this is what I'm going to be doing for the next 2 days.
Oh, we've done it, cuz.
We made it.
We was out of there.
Holy Jesus. Oh my God. Oh, it's like a nightmare to watch. Oh, no, oh my God. I nearly had a heart attack watching that. I had to look away. It's just pure white out here now. It's not like that hard like little pellets either. It's like that real light flakes. Just so much snow. As you can see, our first day of our Fraser Island trip didn't end up exactly going too well. This is in the pouring rain, and next thing I see is like bang, and the whole rooftop tent and roof rack and everything just slid off the car and landed on the ground next to me. Quit my day-to-day job to do YouTube videos full-time. We'll sit down by his fire and go through a few questions that Demi's put together.
How did you start? How did it begin?
My YouTubing?
Yeah.
So I guess YouTube started for me when I was a teenager. I had a lot of interest in YouTube. I used to watch YouTube all the time, and I thought it was really cool watching other YouTubers and what they did. And I wanted to do it myself, but just never got around to doing it. Then when I was older, around 25, 26, we got into four-wheel driving, and I was on YouTube watching other people, looking at places to go, learning tips and tricks, and it just got the better of me. where I thought, nah, I just got to give this a crack and document our travels and our adventures. So I went to Officeworks, I remember it was, and bought a $15 tripod to go on my phone, and took that away with us on a trip we did to Moreton Island and Sundown National Park. I slowly built up my camera gear collection and was filming and editing all the trips we were going on. I just wanted to get better and wanted to do it more, and grew from there. Question number 2.
So the turning point for you to decide to put your videos out on YouTube was, like, what made you decide, no, I'm doing it, instead of just thinking about doing it?
Just because I talked about it for so long and always wanted to do it, just got the better of me, where I thought I have to give it a crack. I watched Ronnie Dahl and Stefan Fisher from Sydney were the 2 main ones I watched. There wasn't as many people doing YouTube back then for four-wheel driving camping as what there is now. I want to document our father and son adventures that we are doing. The want to do that overpowered me eventually.
So the people that you took inspiration from then, are they the people you still take inspiration from now?
Ronnie Dahl and Stefan Fisher were the 2 big four-wheel drive people that I was watching when I got into it, and I sort of aspired from them, maybe more so Ronnie Dahl. And I feel like I tried to draw a lot of inspiration from them initially. Then I started to make it my own style through inspiration from people outside the four-wheel driving YouTube. I drew a lot of inspiration from Casey Neistat, and then just watching other people I enjoyed, who were people like even PewDiePie. And then now I'm kind of very developed in my own style and that, but I still feel like I watch a lot of YouTube and draw bits and pieces from others. I'll give you an example that's been more recent, is The Story Till Now. You know, that guy I've seen over in Canada or wherever he is.
Yeah.
Drawn some inspiration from the music he uses.
What motivates you to keep putting out content every week?
I feel like once I start something, I have to finish it.
Yeah.
And I can't let things go. So I just have to keep putting out videos, and I enjoy it a lot.
Yeah.
If I'm not doing the videos, then I feel like I'm lacking and missing something. It's such a key and vital part of me now.
Yeah.
So I feel like they're the 2 main reasons.
Yeah. When did you first start becoming interested in forward driving as a hobby? And do you think that when your kids grow up, they will feel the same way about it that you do?
So Dad and I did a bit of four-wheel driving when I was younger, when I was a kid. We went on some bigger four-wheel drive trips, and then that had no part of my life for maybe 10 years. And then when I was 25, 26 and Kai was 3 or 4, I bought a Hyundai iX35. You remember that white one? Which is like, no, it was white, I think. Which is an all-wheel drive. Always had like crap cars through uni and everything, and I finally was doing a bit of school teaching, saved up a bit of money. I was like, get a nice car. Then I was like, oh, I'll get something, an all-wheel drive that I can take down a dirt road or to the beach or whatever if we want to do that. And then I just got into it so quick. Like, I just loved doing it, but we took it on the beach, got it bogged. The first time we took it out of the bush, we got it bogged. My stepbrother came to help me. He got stuck too. And then we had to leave him there over the night, and then get our next door neighbour to come out with a tractor the next day and pull us out.
Yeah.
So it was not a suitable four-wheel drive, but I just quickly tried to use it as that, and that's where I realised I loved doing it, like going for drives and adventuring and exploring these places. So I sold that and then upgraded to my first four-wheel drive, which was the Black Navara.
And how do you think your kids will feel? Like, as in...
My kid, or kids, the one in there too. Does that count?
Yeah, we all count.
Well, I just mean, like, I don't know them yet, so it's hard to make a thing like that based on a baby inside your
Yeah,
tummy.
but my thought is, like, you used to say to me, like, it wasn't as interesting to you as a kid.
Yeah.
But now you, like,
I
your
feel
life
like-
is around that now. Do you feel like, whether they like it or not as, like, kids, do you feel like later in life they will enjoy it as much as you, and do you hope that they do?
I feel like it's so hard to answer that. I feel like if I had to give an answer for Kai, I would say no, because I feel like he's more interested in indoor activities rather than outdoor, but I feel like this gives him the platform to build on should he come back to it, because that's what I got with Dad.
Yeah.
Like, I disappeared from it for 10 years, but then when I came back to it, you're able to draw on that comfortability of being in that outdoors environment and setting,
Like
it's not so foreign
Yeah,
to you
it's
and
not
stuff
so
like
new,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, I feel like you can build on it. So I feel like he won't come back to it, if you want my honest answer. But if he does, then I've given him that platform to build on. Yeah, hit me with it.
Okay. So for the people that don't know you, tell them about yourself and describe yourself in 3 words.
31 years old, only child, have one son Malachi with another son on the way.
Mm-hmm.
Have a girlfriend Demi.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up in the Wauchope and Port Macquarie area on the mid-north coast, as well as Sydney. I've been back and forth between the two of them a few times now.
Describe yourself in 3 words.
I don't know, hard working guy.
I'll describe you in 3 words and then I'll just slot it in. How?
Got it, boys.
What's your favourite memory as a kid?
Well, favourite memory as a child.
Meeting me?
Oh, that's not a child.
Well, you weren't 18 yet.
Do I have to answer that one?
Yes.
I don't have one.
Why not?
Do you have one?
Yeah?
What?
I can't think so quickly.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Tell me about your favourite trip to date and why.
There's been so many good trips, it's hard to narrow it down. I'm thinking the one we did to Cape York this year would definitely be a close, just because Cape York is the all-time epic four-wheel drive destination, and Kai and I just finally went up and did all those iconic tracks. Had car problems, but survived the whole thing and made it back home in one piece. I feel like that would have to be close. The other one would maybe be our initial big trip Kai and I did to the Victorian High Country. It was all on YouTube. It was like one of the first big series I did, and we did 12 days in the High Country and just had an incredible time.
When did you realise you could turn your hobby into a career?
Full-time job.
That's what a career is?
Smart. Maybe about halfway through last year, 2020, I started seeing the possibilities of it, and then just having enough money to give up the school teaching and do it full-time.
Any regrets?
With what? Like life or like going full-time?
Going full time.
Nah, no regrets with going full-time. I'm very happy that this is what I'm doing.
Any regrets in life now that you brought it up?
No. Everything in life happens for a reason and defines you as the person you are today.
Alright. What would you be doing if you weren't doing this?
If I wasn't doing this, I would still be school teaching.
You wouldn't pursue anything else?
I don't know, I guess something could come up in your life one day at some point, but I had nothing else really going on outside that I was interested in. I feel like this what I'm doing is I've found sort of my purpose and my thing that I feel that I'm good at.
How did you feel when you received your first negative response from viewers? Did you cry?
Yeah. No, I can't remember particularly or exactly what my first one was. I feel like they definitely play on your mind more in the early days. Depends what they were. Some are too stupid to actually, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just
Yeah.
like, oh, you're a fat, ugly idiot or something like that. Not actually, that was just an example.
I will kill them.
But it's more when people write you some big novel about blah, 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 blah. But you get more used to it over time. School teaching helped with that as well, because I got used to, like, kids just trying to give you a hard time at school being a school teacher. And things still play on your mind from time to time. It's just saying you have to accept and deal with doing this job. It's looking good, boys.
If you had to choose beach or bush, which one would you choose? Like, what's your favourite place you like to go?
I love both, and once I do bush for a little bit, I'm keen for the beach. Once I do beach for a little bit, I'm keen for the bush. But bush would have to slightly beat beach. A 2-week trip out the Victorian High Country beats a 2-week trip to Fraser Island. Not by much, but yeah, it does.
What's one piece of advice you'd give someone who wanted to start or grow their channel or business?
Find something that you love doing and want to do, and that you can put your effort and time into without thinking, okay, I need like money or return on this immediately. Because I did this for like 2 years, and maybe in 2 years earned like a few $1,000s.
Yeah.
And it was just because I loved doing it. And I wasn't thinking, okay, I'm doing this because one day I'm gonna like earn heaps of money or be you know, on YouTube or famous, or this is what I want to do as a full-time job. I simply did it because I got so much enjoyment out of it and wanted to improve it and make it better. And I feel like that's what works with any business.
Yes.
Not just doing something because you feel like it's the best, like that's going to make you the most money or be successful kind of thing.
Yeah, so money wasn't a factor, it was just because you liked doing it, and that was just a bonus that you like benefited financially from it.
Yeah.
What values and beliefs do you hope to instill in others by sharing your life with 50,000 people online?
Tricky question, but maybe the love and enjoyment of the outdoors, what it has to offer, and being respectful to nature and the world in regards to
Your footprint?
footprint. Things like litter and destroying the bush and all that sort of stuff.
What's a surprising fact you learned about yourself since starting your channel?
That my voice doesn't sound horrible on camera. That is what I was terrified of when I first started, and what I thought, I can't do this because my voice just sounds horrible. I'm not saying my voice sounds amazing now, but
It does though.
I just realised that it's at least bearable. No one's ever actually given me a hard time about my voice, so it can't be that bad. But I probably surprised myself with my ability to do this, and I feel like, as you're aware, I can express myself better and for who I am on videos and on camera than what I can in real life sometimes.
Yeah, you're shy-ish.
Yeah, I feel like, and it's not that I'm trying to be fake or anything on camera, it just feels like it brings out the best side of me, and because I'm out doing what I love, which is forward driving and camping, so it's when I'm the happiest and feel the most comfortable.
Okay, these are some of the questions that people have asked
Okay.
on your Instagram. On average, how long does it take you to put out a video from start to finish?
Depending on the video, say a normal trip episode or car walk through, 20 to 25 hours for a half-hour video. There's a lot of different things from start to finish in regards to just like getting all the footage together, organising it, then editing, putting together, and finding all your music, sourcing all that, uploading to YouTube, thumbnails, descriptions, blah 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 blah.
Loves the
Examples!
Do you have any qualifications or experience before starting?
No, nothing at all. Never like really done any videoing or photography at all, so I had no idea about all the basics. I didn't go to film school and like learn techniques and all that. I just made everything up as I went.
Naturally great.
Yeah.
How do you choose which brands to work with?
So I do have a decent amount of brands contact me, and I just try and choose ones that I back and support and that have good quality equipment, because I'm never going to promote something that I don't actually think is good. It's more just stuff, that I back and enjoy and like and use myself.
Do you work alone or have help with filming photography behind the scenes?
I can hear your voice as soon as you start answering. It's my time to shine, guys. Me.
More like, you never say me.
Well, that's because I try and you're like, leave me out of it. I want no part of this. So when I started doing full time, Demi, my girlfriend, started helping me. As in, like, I pay you, you don't just do it because you love me.
Well, I did.
You're like, nah, basically.
I did start.
Yeah,
by
basically,
doing
you were
it.
helping me all the time anyway. You're doing like, Demi was kind of helping me with stuff so much already. I was like, oh, what do you think of this thumbnail? Or watch this video? Or what music should I use here? All that sort of stuff. And the workload was starting to overwhelm my brain with so many things to do. Once I was doing it full time, running the merch, the website, the business, blah, blah, blah,
Sorry,
etc.
running the website. Is that what you said?
Was that? Well, yeah, you helped me build the website, didn't you? You're doing this stuff anyway. So anyways, you were looking for part-time work. I had too much work to do. So we're like, perfect. And now Demi works for the business or whatever. And Malachi, now he takes photos for me on the trip. So he does all the photography work. So I bought a second camera and stuff. And obviously with Dad, he comes on a lot of trips and helps with the camera a bit. He's horrendous with technology, can't even send a text message on his phone, so it's limited on what you can ask from him, but he does help move the camera around a bit and puts up with me filming all the trips, and tries to help out where he can.
I love these. How do you manage your time between work and life? Is it a struggle, and how do you overcome them if it is?
This was a setup.
I didn't just add that one in for fun.
You secretly wrote that one in. It's always been hard, I guess, as you know, trying to find the balance, because when I do what I do, it's hard to shut off from it and not think about it 25 hours of 8 days a week. And because I know that it's all relying on me being successful, and I enjoy doing it. It's even when I'm like, okay, I've done enough work for the day, I'm like, oh, I'll like look up 4-wheel drive stuff tonight or whatever. Like, that's just what I do. But yeah, it definitely can be hard to find the balance. And I feel like that was why, one of the reasons I quit school teaching to do full time, because I thought I can put all my time into it, but I just put more time into it. It wasn't so, and I was like, I'll be able to just work during the day and then like shut off overnight and, you know, have more my own time.
Yeah.
But I still just like, it's on my mind all the time and it's hard to not think about it. But I enjoy doing it, so yeah, I'm just a bit distracted at times, as you know. And I think the way these jobs work, like it's not a
9 to 5.
There's not a 9 to 5, like things come up at all different times.
Yeah. Why do you think you have so many people that like support you and encourage you and happy about your success?
Well, I've kind of always wondered this myself and thought what makes me stand out from the crowd. And I feel a bit lame answering this, talking myself up, but I can only go off what other people have said, which is that like genuine and honest on camera, not like trying to put on a show for anyone, just it's a very real life experience for people, and people have enjoyed the family aspect,
Yeah.
like the father and son thing, which is a bit different from other channels where it's like the boys, whereas it's been Kai and I, and then Dad obviously joining in too, and more your average day cars.
What's your life goals outside of YouTube? And do you have any that aren't related to work and YouTube?
To be happy and enjoy life, do the best I can, which I think what motivates me into YouTube as well. Like I always want to achieve more, do better, be good at it. And I feel like I want that out of life too, in regards to being a partner and a dad and trying to be like a good person, I guess.
Yeah. I like that's nice. And people want to know your beard care tips.
Beard care tips: comb it and put what I put in it, like oil, beard oil.
Yeah, and beard balm.
Beard balm. Otherwise it gets like itchy and super dry skin in there. That's
Sometimes
about
you
it.
beard shampoo.
Yeah, beard shampoo sometimes, and that's it.
That's it.
Yep.
Just automatically looks amazing.
Yep. Oh yeah, what I'll do, because a couple people asked this, I'll try and gather photos of my beard over the last 14 months or so. I grew it and put a bit of a time lapse up on the screen.
And finally, one more question.
What is it?
What's your future goals for yourself, your business, and your channel?
I feel like it's always just been take it as it comes. I've never been a big goal setter with it. I've enjoyed it for what it is and enjoyed it for what's to come. It's just like keep getting better at it, really. Keep producing better content and yeah, keep growing, keep trying to give variety and enjoyment to people.
Nice.
Back at home now in the garage where we work most days. Before I finish the video, I thought I would share one of my first videos I ever made. I thought we'd sit here and have a little bit of a watch through it together and see how much has changed from when I first started making videos. Now I remember I just bought my brand new camera and I basically had a weekend home at Kai and we just filmed random stuff around the house for the weekend. I was just trying to practice my camera skills. There's actually two parts to this one. So you got screen recording on the Mac here. So you got rainy weekend at home part 1 and rainy weekend at home part 2. So what are we going to start with, part 1?
Yeah.
This video is unlisted on my YouTube channel. I think I had it up for a week or two when I first started. Got a few views and then I just unlisted it because I couldn't deal with it anymore.
Isn't that bad?
Yeah. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Excellent filming.
Wait, literally gonna get
And then you can just drink water.
Maybe. Yeah.
baking soda
And an
and
open
vinegar
cupboard.
volcano.
That would trigger you.
Yeah, that does.
Oh, great.
Kai's voice.
So I can't get over how weird his voice is.
Kai did an experiment at preschool,
I can't get over you.
and so now we're doing one at home. Seeing if we can make.
I remember I was just like so awkward to talk on camera, but I was trying really hard to practice. But it was just a horrifying experience for everyone involved.
Start
The
going.
fact that you practiced though, that's so very cute.
From here.
Yeah.
Oh man. I'm gonna have to
Wow, Kai's really in there.
You do it. You do it. Oh, I need to get it this way.
You do it. It's
I was
not.
freaking out. How much he puts in, he's like, oh my god.
Ah.
You're boring.
His voice.
So different.
It's like he's holding his nose.
So how old? He would have been 5.
Oh, that's enough. Oh, what a mess.
He still moves the same.
That was
Moves so much.
Let's do another. I can do it from here, right? Actually, it's just around.
You smashed yourself.
Look, it's
Off to
still
the hospital.
I actually twisted my arm.
That was the best ever.
Yo.
This is my first, I'm just learning, okay? So it shows that you can start at this
Yeah.
and actually become decent at it. All these songs are just copied off Casey Neistat. FYI.
Yeah.
I'm a bit scared.
Kai was filming.
Why are you so scared?
Might get my fingers chopped off.
That's kind of like what I remember you looking like when you were like 17. Except without the like stubble.
So I didn't age for 10 years.
And then you started
And
dating
then-
me.
and then-
You're like 40.
And then in 18 months I aged 20 years.
Just 18 months of your life.
Of course.
Aww. I love the glitching of the scenes.
Good footage.
Mm.
I think it's one of the first times I ever flew the drone.
So you want to fly tonight?
Right, yeah, didn't really know what I was doing, you know. This is like me in the very beginning, trying to do things, practicing at home. On a rainy weekend at home.
Part 1.
Yeah. I don't know how to catch it. Like freaking out. Why? Did you want to go under? I remember he wanted to go under for some reason.
And she goes to the mud.
So shaky.
Yeah.
Malachi is
Malachi.
crazy.
No, actually can't look.
Oh look.
Yeah, yeah. Can't.
How's my eyes then? It looked like I was gonna murder someone. I just remember like I was just
You didn't know what to say?
didn't know what to say. So awkward on camera.
Banana bread.
He has like the chubbiest little
We
cheeks.
need
Yeah.
bananas.
Back with some more. Well, I want some more back in the kitchen.
Flour, vanilla, salt,
Good.
baking powder.
Wait,
Your
we use that
placement?
for last time.
Can we play?
Yeah.
You do that with my kids. That's so cute.
Used to be.
Okay.
Just chuck it on the bench, please.
Wake.
The music though.
Epic music.
Banana bread toast.
You didn't want to be on camera.
It's
Tastes good. Best banana bread ever.
no, it's fine.
So many. I also can't believe that I used to take this little human on like 2-week trips.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's not. Now he's a kid. Then it's kind of like a toddler. Then it's just weird.
Walking leaves.
I live between
He still does that.
What is this episode about?
Just a day at home with the Thompsons.
Just doing random things. Like who would actually watch this?
I feel like it's good just to have.
Yeah, it's good to have now, but like who would produce this for entertainment value? We're gonna get a lot.
19.
calling Paulo.
How could you not just jump off straight away before that wave?
His voice.
His voice is like crazy. Sounds so different. Is this the Instagram we watched the other day? Wow.
For some reason I had footage of us watching kook slams on Instagram. So yeah, that's where we started. Now there is a part 2. Well, we're gonna
see it. What is it though? What are you doing?
It's like the next day, and we actually went for a drive out the bush and went for a swim and stuff like that. It's crazy to have these videos, but to see what Kyle was like and what I was like and looked like years ago.
Completely different.
It's insane. But yeah, that's it. Hope you enjoyed the most embarrassing video that I ever made. Hopefully everyone enjoyed the video. Thanks again so much for the support that everyone has given me over the years of doing these videos, and that with you guys watching and enjoying them, I've now been able to do it full time. Thanks to the people that have supported me on Patreon, because I know that Patreon was the difference of me being able to do it full time at the time. Thanks to everyone that's bought merchandise on the website, and just people that have watched and commented on my videos and shared positive feedback and enjoyed them over time. Alright, that's it. Anything you want to add?
No.
No? Cool. Bye.
Bye.
See you in the next one.
Bye.
Boy. Demi's got a few questions to answer. No. Sit down by his fire and run through. Alright.
That was you go.
We'll sit down by his fire and
Where did you start? How did you start? How did you start? How did you start?
Is this what it's gonna be like?
How did you start, babe?
Do we want 10-hour answers or
No,
30
I
seconds?
don't want like, this isn't going to be a 4-hour video. It's going to be like a sentence or
Okay.
like something. Tell everyone about yourself.
You know how you're always into me on my videos about how slow I talk? Yeah, how's it feel now when you're on
I'm
camera?
trying to think of what to say.
That's my point!
Mountains up high, bushes down below, and beach is beach.
Fergie should ask that question again about the attitude. Boom, boom.
Bob! Bob! You look so shitty then. Live a little.
Thanks so much for. Hopefully everyone enjoyed the video. Hopefully everyone enjoyed the video.